Howdy everybody, Jeff Ellis, the Heaper Hammer here. Today I'm going to be tossing the most recent 3 releases from Motiv, all polished up, and then we're going to slowly but surely take them higher and higher in grit until we get to 500. I've got all the grits right here. You should be able to get these at any of your local pro shops, and you're going to have a lot of fun seeing how the shapes change. As a reminder, the higher in grit you go, the smoother it gets and the earlier it reads. The lower in grit you go, the longer the ball is going to read the lane. My Raptor Rush, for example, is at 2000 and polished. Before I go further, I want to say some thanks to all my different sponsors. Number one, I want to say thanks to Motiv. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for the amazing equipment. Massive thanks also to Haynes Pro Shop, who drills up that equipment. Always Haynes, always JJ over at Haynes Pro Shop. Massive thanks to Zello Gear. Never leave home without my chamois. Never leave home without my different jersey or shirt on. I got my different one on right now as I speak. You'll see me throw this video with it. Big thanks as well to Real Experience Ball Reviews. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to stay on top of all the videos. My Sub-Zero is polished at 2000, and that's so it reads the mid lane and gives me a little bit of bite with the polish. I'm at 27 with my feet. I'm looking to get it to about 10 board at the arrows. Now that was good. I added a little bit of axis tilt to that ball, and the end result was fantastic strike into the pocket. Now we're gonna switch to the Raptor Rush. That's at 2000 and polished. Now this one is gonna be about 2 to 3 boards stronger, I found. I'm at 29 with my feet. The same exact at the arrows, about 11. Good shot. That was maybe about a board right, but that's okay. We're now gonna switch over to the Evolution. I need to be standing firmly on the 30 board, and we are looking at about 11 at the arrows. And that struck as well. It's actually out of box, so that's at 5,500. We're gonna slowly take them down in grit. So now, we're gonna go down to about 4,000. Okay, so my Sub-Zero has been hit with 4,000, 10 times around on each side. This is going to about 11. Wow. So let's make some adjustments. We're gonna go about 2 boards left. You're gonna be looking at about 13 board. Still way too strong. It is reading so much earlier. Just gonna keep on moving left. So now we're on 31, and we're gonna look at about in between the second and third arrow. Now that was perfect shot. We went from 27 to 31 with my feet. We saw a noticeable difference in the reaction of the ball. Let's switch on over to the Raptor Rush. We're gonna stay where we were at originally. Right into the face. So we saw a noticeable difference now in the Raptor Rush after hitting it with 4,000. We're gonna move more left. I'm gonna move 2 left and see if that'll strike. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the Sub-Zero. We're gonna look at about right in between the second and third arrows. And that's perfect. So it was only about a 2 board difference with the Raptor Rush. I've now hit my Primal Evolution with 4,000 pad. My prediction is that this ball, out of the 3 I'm throwing today, is gonna react the most to surface changes. We'll go 29.5 and looking at about 10 board with our eyes. Look at how drastic that read was. So we're gonna have to move a bunch. I'm gonna say 3 and 2. We're looking at about second and third arrow in between. Missed, but it struck, so we'll take it. I got it quicker into the dry. It read, but it still struck. That was closer to the second arrow than the third. Not bad. We're now gonna go to 3,000. I'm gonna take a second and hit these balls with 3,000. All right, we have now hit every ball with 3,000. Second and third arrows in between. predict this is gonna go right into the face. Right into the head, like I predicted. We need to move. I'm gonna move 3 left because that's a pretty noticeable difference in movement. Let's see if we could get to 15 here. That was way right. But that still struck. Let's try and actually hit our mark though. There we go. And that's what we wanted. A 3-board difference. Now let's switch to the Raptor Rush. We're gonna see what this looks like at 3,000 in between second and third arrow on 33. Too strong, right into the face. So we're gonna move 3 left with our feet and look at the third arrow, just like we did with the Sub-Zero. Perfect strike. Remember, 10 times around on each side of the ball really does wonders. We're now gonna switch to the Evolution, see what that looks like. Oh no, Brooklyn. We're gonna do exactly what we have been doing. This is not a heavy oil ball. But let's see what 3,000 does. Wow, that was perfect. Boy, that really slapped like a truck, did it not? We're gonna be moving a lot of boards now that we're gonna be hitting it with 2,000. Sub-Zero's now at 2,000. This is out of box. This is the way it looks when you get it out of the factory. This is right around the area we were. And we were looking to clip the third arrow. Too strong. So we're gonna move 3 left. We're gonna be on 38 here. And we're gonna look at about 16 board. That looks good. Oh, close. Oh, 2 in a row. We're gonna switch over to the Raptor Rush. That actually looks pretty good, but I didn't like the reaction that it gave me once it started hitting that oil. So I'm moving 3 left. We're looking at about 16. Took out that corner. We're gonna switch to the Evolution. I'm gonna be interested to see how this ball looks. Wow, that looked really good. I almost don't want to move. Instead of moving, I'm just gonna stay in that exact same spot and we're gonna see if it can redo that again. Now see, it slid through. I'm gonna give it a little more axis tilt and see if that works. There we go. All right, we have now put 1,000 pad on. Look at how early it checked up. We're gonna have to move a little bit left, and we're gonna be aiming closer to that center arrow. That actually worked great. That was about 20. Now I'm gonna switch on over to the Raptor Rush. That actually was not that bad. So we're gonna move a couple boards. We're gonna match the Sub-Zero and go to 42, and I think it can hold up if I'm closer to about 18, 19. That was beautiful. That's what happens when you add that surface. It changes the dynamics. It smooths the ball out, nowhere near as angular as it was earlier, but also red a little bit sooner. Perfect, let's go to the Evolution. The Evolution looks a lot like my Rampage tank when I'm at a tournament. Look at how dusty it is. 16, 17 board at the ice. Look how early that checked up. Like I said earlier, prediction was this ball was going to read more than any of the other balls in terms of the difference once you add surface to it. Really holding true right now. We're going to move closer to where we were with the other stuff. Wow, look at how smooth that was. Didn't react too early, didn't skid like it was earlier. Let's switch now to 500. Hit now with 500. We're gonna stay where we were at with all the other balls at 42. We're gonna be looking at about center arrow. That was really close. We're gonna have to keep moving though. I'm gonna go to about 44. I don't wanna move too much, but it's closer where I want it to be. Nice, it traveled. We're now gonna switch over to the Raptor Rush. This should look really good, I think. So, like the Sub-Zero, we're gonna move a little bit. We're closer to 17, 18. All right, that red, that was closer to 19. That looked good. If I got it out to about 18, 17, we're gonna see a little bit more shape. All right, last ball of the Evolution's really impressed me with the surface changes. And we're looking at closer to that center arrow where all that oil is. Wow, that was beautiful. All right, everybody, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. I really do hope you take to heart the concept of surfacing your equipment. Think about it. What would be the best option for you moving forward? Maybe hitting your ball with, if it's polished and at 5,000 out of box, maybe think about hitting it with the 4,000 pad, see what happens. If you're really seeing it just go forever on the lanes, hit it with a 2,000 or 3,000 pad, see what the difference is gonna look like. But overall, we want you to improve. I want you to improve. So think about the way you're surfacing your equipment and how you can better yourself out on the lanes. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe to Real Experience Ball Reviews. That's where you can find me. And I hope you have a good rest of your year.